Next, three-phase fully controlled bridge converter or three-phase full converter. Okay, three-phase full converter. We have here all the SCRs. Now we have 6 SCRs here: T1, T3, T5. We will number it like this: T1, T3, T5. Then T4 here. Then come here T4, T6. 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 2, 4, 6. So here even number and here odd number. RYB is the phase sequence, and this is the load. Now let us see the waveforms. The firing sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is given here. SCR's firing sequence. See, first T1 is fired, next T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, like that. At a time, 2 SCRs will be conducting. This is the input waveform. Okay, so this is A, VA, VB, VC, or R, VR, VY, VB. Phase sequence is A, B, C or R, Y, B. Now, when T1 and T6 are conducting, okay, T1 and T6 are conducting, the output voltage will be VAB. You can see from the figure, when T1, okay, and T6 are conducting, okay, so these two are on. So see, output at the load upper point you will get VA, that is VR, and since T6 is conducting, RY, Y will be appearing here at load bottom side point. So this one and this one are conducting, means these two are short now. So here it will be R, here it will be Y. So you will get VRY or VAB. That is what is shown here. So this is VA, this is VB curve. So difference between VA and VB is the output. So VAB is measured here, and that is shown here. This part is shown here. Okay, this waveform is done for calculating the output voltage, and this is the actual output voltage waveform. At this particular point, T6 is switched off and T2 is turned on, means T2 is turned on. When T2 is turned on, firing of T2 will automatically cause a natural commutation of T6. See here, T1 and T6 were conducting here. T1 and T6 were conducting here. Okay. Now, after this point, you can see here. Now, the point B and C. See here. Now, B is at a higher potential than C. This is A curve. This is B. This is C. Here, B is at a higher potential than C. And now when you fire this B, what happens is, C, when you fire C, see here T2, when you fire T2, what happens is C will be at a higher potential than this. C is at a higher potential than, C is at a lower potential, okay, this is in the lower side, no, this is in the lower side. So this is, to the cathode you have lower voltage now, so this can be fired. When you fire this lower voltage will appear at anode of T6, and this will be at a higher potential than this. So When this is on, you will get here lower potential and you will get higher potential here. So for T6 you will get a reverse voltage and it will get naturally commutated. Similarly, at each and every 60 degrees you will change the you will switch off one thyristor. Automatically the other thyristor will get naturally commutated. Say T5 and T6 are conducting. Here you will switch on T1. Automatically T5 is switched off due to natural commutation. Then after 60 degrees, firing of T1, T2, it will cause switching off of T6. Then fire T3, T1 gets off, like that. This is called 6 pulse converter because in one full cycle you have 6 pulses. See, from here to here is one full cycle. From here to here it is one full cycle. You have 6 pulses in the output waveform. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pulses are there. Here the load current is assumed continuous and constant. Okay, so each thyristor will be conducting for around, not around, for 60 degrees. Here we have given the source current. See, source current has positive and negative, and this is a thyristor current. Thyristor current is always positive. Each thyristor will be conducting for 120 degrees. Say thyristor 1, and then next thyristor you have IT1, and then you have IT4 here. They are displaced by pi here. Okay, this 60 degrees, 60, 120, again 60, so 180 degrees. Okay, these are the waveforms. In the examination you need to write the input waveforms, this one and this one. This is not so important, but it is better to write, or you have to calculate this yourself. Then output load waveform. The firing sequence is given in the table.